Hello, welcome back to Captcha God, playing Morrowind. Damn, that looks good. Alright, what was I doing? I just finished the first quest of the main quest line, and I believe I have yet to go turn that in. I just took a nap in between the last episode and this one, so you know, see if that makes any difference. Yeah, so I don't know. I kind of still need to find a hook for this playthrough. I'm really just going through the motions at the moment. Hesfet and Atlas. Look over those in detail later, but for now I have more orders. Sharn Gramozgrab. Moosgob. I feel like half of my channel is just trying to pronounce different things. Like I did the one geoguessr video. I kind of want to do another one of those. I might do that after this. I did the one geoguessr video and I was trying to pronounce real life things, and then in every episode of Morrowind I end up trying to pronounce some sort of name. So yeah, I guess that's just my channel. I mean, everybody has trouble with that stuff. I feel like some people have more trouble with pronunciation than others. I think it's just a thing, you know. I don't feel particularly bad about it. I think that I'm a quiet person. I don't really talk that much, so when I do talk, I sort of stumble over my words mostly. I should really read this stuff. No interruptions. How many times? Oh, you're one of Case's associates. That's a different matter. Case and I have a very satisfactory arrangement, and I'm sure we can come to some sort of agreement, if you'll complete a little errand for me. The errand, then, is very simple. I need the skull of Lavule Andrano. Yeah. You'll find it in the Andrano ancestral tomb, but take care not to upset the natives. The Dunmer have some peculiar primitive prejudices against necromancy and take grave objection to unauthorized tomb visits. Okay. I think I need to click on that, maybe? No, I need to click on that one. There we go. The tomb is south of Pelagiad, just off the road, just before you reach the fork, where the road goes southwest towards Saint Anine and southeast towards Vivek. You may need an enchanted blade. Some spirits are immune to normal weapons. Here, take this old short sword, and maybe these old scrolls will come in handy. Cool. So I am going to equip that blade. And I should probably go over to this little window over here and think about using more magic for this stuff. If I equip Fireball here, so I haven't been using magic much at all in these last few episodes, so I feel like I should do some of that. I don't have anything in there, do I? No. I think I'm actually just not gonna cut the walk this time. Every once in a while I need to do this, where I just sort of talk it out. I feel like last episode I just like went through the motions. This. Okay, we're done. Goodbye. So let's talk a little bit. It's been 2 weeks, I think, since I recorded Morrowind last. Just sort of doing my job. Not doing too much else. I recorded a geoguessr episode, right? So I want to do more of that for sure. I titled it episode 1 for a reason. I had a weird issue with that episode where it recorded, I recorded with OBS, which I think I'm going to use from now on just because, I forget why. There's some reason that I wanted to use OBS instead of XSplit, but I forget. It doesn't really matter. What matters is that for some reason the default for OBS is to export in FLV. And I didn't realize this, but apparently FLV is just not supported by anything anymore. I tried to open it in Adobe Premiere Pro 9, and Is it 9? I don't remember what the actual name of this. It just wouldn't open. It didn't even recognize that there was a file there. So I looked it up and it was like, oh yeah, no, Premiere doesn't support that, but you can use Adobe Media Encoder to encode the file into MP4, and then you can edit it in Premiere. So I went to do that, and then Adobe Media Encoder was just like, no, I don't want to touch FLV. So I guess FLV has just like been phased out in the last couple of years. I don't know why OBS defaults to that. I was able to actually I should hold on. I forgot how to equip magic. Ready magic R. Okay, sure. Okay. Yes, return. R. Heyo. Doesn't do that much. I wish it did more. Okay. Yeah. I'll take that. Didn't use that much magic at doing that. I believe a hotkey number 4. Yeah, that's... I actually didn't need that much at all. Okay, what was I saying? Yeah, I don't know why OBS defaults to exporting in FLV if it's just not supported anymore. So anyway, I just had to go into the settings and change that around, so it's all in MP4 now, which seems to just be the easiest file format to work with. I'm sure there's pros and cons. I don't know if MP4 is lossless. I don't know if that matters as much with video. It probably does. I don't know. I'm not that into that stuff. I'll research it when I need to know, and then otherwise I don't really care. It's a fun process getting back into Let's Playing because there's a lot of stuff to learn. A lot of things need to happen. You know what? I should be looking at these flowers as I pass because I still have that quest line for the Mages Guild that I never did anything with. I don't think I need Black Anther. I think that's one of the ones I don't need. I'll take the gold cannet though, and I think I still need Heather, possibly. And then I need stone flowers, which, come to think of it, I probably passed last episode on my way to Caldera. I'm sure people will watch that video and be like, hey, what are you doing? There's some stone flowers over there. Oh well. So, I've been noticing the longer draw distance is great and all, but it does kind of make the game look flat. The game was not designed with that draw distance in mind. Especially like in Balmora, it looks cool in a way, but like especially in Balmora because all the buildings are the same color essentially. There needs to be a little bit of fog. Like if it's all perfectly clear, then there's no like distinction between the stuff. But I do like, you know, coming over this hill and seeing the castle right here, Pelagiad. And normally you can't see that. You're just walking along this road and you're like, oh, there's an offshoot here. What's this? Pelagiad. Oh, back road. Okay, well, I don't know. Whatever. And then you come over this way and you still can't see it until you get like all the way up there. I like being able to see stuff, but I just wish, I don't know, they need like a little bit of ambient fog. And I'm sure that's like, you know, mods. That's what mods are for. I haven't experimented too much with mods, really. I mean, I know there's a lot that I could download, and I want to experiment with that, but at the same time, I don't want to have like a modded series. Maybe if I get to like episode 50 of this series, and I'm just looking for shit to do, I'll download some mods, but I don't want this to be a modded Morrowind series. I want it to be vanilla, at least for now. Alright, we have arrived at the Andrano Ancestral Tomb. There it is. I'm going to save because we had that incident last episode where I didn't save and I lost a little bit of progress. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I should have looked up what my quick save button is, but I did not. Hopefully I don't get that annoying hit sound bug. Oh, there's a fly sound effect. That's kind of interesting. I don't need any of this, do I? Extravagant pants are kind of expensive. That's cool. Okay. There's a ghost in here somewhere, right? It's over here? Yeah. I've played this game so many times. Like, I really don't need to be playing through it again. That's what the whole burnout thing is about. It's like, I have played this game so much. I know everything that happens, especially in the first, like, the first run of, what am I doing? Dispose of corpse, please. The first run of missions for each quest line, I pretty much know like the back of my hand. I kind of want to try and do something different, like join the freaking Imperial cult or something. I've done that before, but not often. So. I'm kinda... Fuck. This is a problem. I hate that. I hate that so much that I'm actually going to reload the save. That's one of the biggest, like, why did you do that things in this game. Like, why did you make Bone Walkers a pretty common enemy just sap your strength permanently? That doesn't make any sense. Why would you do that? I do like how every time I land an explosion, my whole screen just goes like, ow. Okay, there's that freaking bug again. I didn't watch the other footage back to see if that was actually there or not, but I think it probably is. I think OBS just straight up records your screen like one-to-one, audio-wise and video-wise. Well, not video-wise, actually. Sometimes I just say stuff and then I think about it and I'm like, oh no, that's not true at all. The OBS interface has been a little interesting to get used to. Okay, I think the skull is actually... No, it's not here, but it is in like a weird side room. This one. I do like having hotkeys. Take that. Might as well take that, I guess. You know what? I don't actually... the quest that I have for the Mages Guild right now is the Mushrooms quest. Not the Flowers quest. But I'm going to need those eventually anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I think I have 10 standard Restore Magica potions right now, so I'm really not worried about wasting those. If anything, I need to conserve my standard Restore Health potions. Hotkeys are really awesome. I love hotkeys. I need more hotkeys in my life. This is probably really dark. At least it should be, like, visible. It should meet the minimum requirement of being visible. You know, I should probably use this right now. There are a couple things I don't really like about the PC Morrowind interface, but for the most part, it's like pretty good. What am I doing here? Alright. Just a bunch of clicking. No big deal. I really hate recording when I'm sick. I know it sounds bad. And a lot of videos on my channel happen when I'm sick. It's just, you know, it happens to me when I have the most time. I did call into work today. I don't like doing that. I don't like calling into work because I always feel like being lazy. Like, I could have gone into work today. But that's not really how it works. It's definitely not how it should work. I don't totally understand the layout of this floor. Cool heart. I'll take it. Hound me. I will not take. Hello? Cork Bold Brute is fine. everything else can just sort of be. Alright. Hello. I don't know when I'm going to start gaining more levels here. I wish I would just gain more levels already. Probably going to gain some destruction in a minute here. There we go. Skeletons, rare they have anything interesting on them. Alright, let's take a little bit of that. I'm almost gonna need some more Storm Magicka, but I'll deal with that when the time comes. Hopefully I can just get this guy dead before he freaking saps my strength. Taking that Storm Magicka. Alright, there he goes. He did not sap my strength. Awesome. Bone meal is not useful for anything as far as I recall. And here's the skull we're after. Dagger of Judgment. I don't think I really have any use for that, but I'll take it anyway. None of this stuff is very useful as far as I remember. Ash salts are somewhat valuable. Yeah, sure. I need to remember to sell stuff more often anyway. I'll take that. It's unarmored skill and something. I don't know. I forgot what I was going to say. Scroll. Why not? Take this stuff too. Okay. Medium armor. I don't think I have medium armor. I think I'm all light armor. Light armor. I do have medium armor, but it's in my minor skills, so I'm not too worried about it. Alright, well. That's that dungeon. There are more enemies in here, but they're annoying, like the bone walkers. Wait, what am I talking about? Bone walkers? Is that what they're called? I've already forgotten. My brain's a little bit mush today. Partially due to the sickness, partially due to not going to work, and just nothing. Oh, hey. Speaking of geoguessr, I forgot. I was going to mention, I got a perfect score today on geoguessr for the first time ever. It was pretty awesome. Man, I just like this game. Something about coming out to the rain and stuff. Yeah, I got a perfect score on geoguessr today. It was really fun. I was going for it. I've made a few attempts over the last couple days to get a perfect score, and I finally got it. It was a combination of getting lucky and just like persistence, dogged persistence. There's definitely like one or two of the guesses where I got kind of handed it, but there was one in particular that was like, oh my god, am I going to be able to find this? It was in Norway, just like some fjord somewhere, and I must have spent most of my time on that round. Must have spent like 30 minutes on that round. Just going back and forth along this one road down the fjord. Norway, please, if the country of Norway is listening to this right now, label your damn roads. Please label your roads. I eventually was able to find a label on like some random tourist information sign. I had to go like a long ways to find that sign, and finally found a 55 road. I was able to use that plus a couple of the city names that I had found along the way to triangulate my location. And then I had to use the curves of the road to pinpoint where I was at, which is a technique that I learned essentially from GeoGuessr Wizard, who is a major inspiration for me as far as GeoGuessr is concerned. It was like a month or two ago, I started looking for GeoGuessr videos on YouTube. I found his videos, and I realized that like a perfect score is not impossible. Previous to that, I basically just didn't even think that it was something you could do, and then I watched his videos and I realized it's actually very possible. And then today I did it myself. I made a post on the geoguessr subreddit, and it was pretty well received. I think there are a couple people on that subreddit that are just fucking insane at geoguessr. It's a combination of just like the really specific esoteric knowledge about different countries and things, and then I guess just experience. There's this one daily that I was watching, because the geoguessr subreddit hosts geoguessr dailies. Did I get that actually? Yeah, okay. And this guy, he didn't get a perfect score. It was like a special thing where he had like 30 seconds to guess, I think. He didn't get a perfect score, but he got like 24,000 or something. Something insane like that. And why am I not hitting? I feel like I should be hitting more, but yeah, and then he posted his explanations for how he got where he got, what he got, and a lot of them were just like, yeah, I knew this was Bulgaria right away. And on that round I had guessed in like Argentina, because you have 30 seconds to guess, and I just saw like it was pretty dry and there were like some dead trees, and other than that, like if I had had time, sure, maybe I could have gotten Eastern Europe. I doubt I would have gotten specifically Bulgaria, but this guy, he just looked at it, he was like, yep, this is Bulgaria. And you know, that's the kind of skill you can't teach. Probably he has played an ungodly amount of geoguessr. I've played an unholy amount of geoguessr, but he has played a literally ungodly amount of geoguessr. So anyway, last episode we got like 50 quests done all at once. This episode, just spending the entire thing on one quest. I feel fine with that. I think after this I'm going to go play geoguessr. I'll probably record it and upload it. So look forward to that. In fact, that'll probably go up before any of these Morrowind episodes, because it's so easy. You don't have to edit anything. Like, I literally put up that other one unedited because I kind of had to. But like, it was just the beginning and the end that I wanted to cut off, because you could see like the OBS set up in the background and stuff. Every once in a while, OBS is really weird about stuff. Like, it doesn't want to do window capture sometimes. Like, I'm using window capture right now to get Morrowind, and it works great for that, but then if I do it on Chrome, it doesn't work very well, or it doesn't work at all. And I tried to use game capture on Morrowind, and it didn't work at all, but then window capture worked, so like, I don't know, fucking weird. So maybe I can show you here what I mean with the distance hack looking bad. Like, you can see, like, all the details just kind of blur together. Whereas if you had a little bit of fog, then like the buildings in the background, they should not be that crisp, right? Fog or like a little bit of blur, I guess, like tilt shift blur, except that, you know, that would probably look bad as well, but you know, something. I'm sure there's a mod out there that fixes that. I'm just using a graphics overhaul mod that came with I'm not going to the Fighters Guild, I'm going to this one. Came with a render distance hack, I guess. I don't know. And I just figured while I had it there, well, why not?
You have something to say.
I'm going to rest real quick before I do anything. Now that I've completed some of the main quest line, I might get like, oh yeah, I might get some like random events type stuff. You're awakened by loud noises. That means, I think that means that an ash zombie spawned. Is coming to get me? Maybe? Ah. I know, it's the Dark Brotherhood. God, these fucking hit zones. I hate them. No longer have restore health. Okay. So I have to use standard. Luckily, the Dark Brotherhood assassins are not actually that hard. And they give you some free, awesome light armor. So I'm probably going to just be using this from now on. I don't think there's any better light armor until, like, much later in the game. I think glass is probably the only thing better. I mean, maybe not the only thing, but like, I'll just do that. Okay, so in addition to that being annoying, I also did not get some rest. That is due to this being the Game of the Year edition with Tribunal, the Tribunal DLC installed, which adds Cyrodiil into the game. Cyrodiil the name of the capital city, or is that the name of the region? I don't recall. I think Cyrodiil is the name of the capital city of the province that's the Imperial province. I don't know. Anyway, if I had played Oblivion, I would know that. I actually did play Oblivion and I recorded it, but that was a long time ago and something happened. Anyway, so this is the end of the episode. I need to return that quest. Almost forgot about that. Didn't want to forget about that. I feel much better this episode than I did last episode. You can probably tell. That nap actually did wonders. Okay, so I need to learn about the Neverine cult, Neverine. That's right. I remember I had that revelation several episodes ago. Neverine. Alright, so that's about it. I'll see you later. Take it easy. Have a nice day. I stole that from Zisto. I'm sorry, Zisto.